games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time we
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games, and welcome back to our QPR Career Mode episode 60 something. I'm losing track because this has been a long old series and I'm absolutely loving it. And if you didn't know, then we now upload this once a week, but it is a much longer episode. We play 4 or 5 games per episode, and today is definitely going to be 4 games because we are looking at the January transfer window. Our first game is a very important one away at Old Trafford against Man United, and that is a very important one to see if we can keep in touch with the teams in the top 4. But then we get into January and then we've got plenty to do. We'll probably simulate this cup game, and then we have the Chelsea and the Spurs games to play, so that is probably what we're going to get doing. But I know at least one player that we're going to be picking up, and it's somebody that I did mention in a previous episode, or in the last episode, to fulfill a requirement, an objective from the board. Other than that, I'm not too sure. We might potentially pick up a pre-contract, something like that, but we haven't got loads of money. The signing we're going to make is going to cost us maybe about 5-6 million plus a bunch of wages, so we'll see what's going on there. But until then, let's get ready for United, because as I said, this is an important game to see if we can stay in sort of touching distance with the top 4. Okay, so we are nice and ready for this, what is going to be a very, very tough game against United. You can see a few slightly tired legs in and amongst their starting lineup. We have a nice fresh 11. Ramsdale, Hammerline and Webster, Dickey and Ludwig. Amos, Chalabar, Brightisai Samar on the left. Ellis Todd on the right. Pepeas at Cam and Lyndon Dykes leading the line. Still trying to push that golden boot, but Harry Kane is scoring goals for fun. He's averaging like 2-3 goals a game or something stupid. So it's going to be tricky to catch up. But the main thing, we've got to catch up to United. 3 points today could be huge. Let's see if we can get there. Going to be a tough one. Obviously, Old Trafford, a very, very tricky stadium to go to. And you know what? Hopefully we can come away today with just a very, very good display. But 3 points obviously important in catching up to teams like Man United, but also staying ahead of the teams just below us. Chelsea obviously only 1 point behind us, and I think Arsenal 2 points behind us. So honestly, dropping points at this point would just drop us further and further down. And picking up points doesn't necessarily climb us up the table, but catches us up to the pack ahead of us. We are part of that chasing pack. We've got to stay in touching distance. Let's get into it. Let's take them on. Come on, you Oz. United pushing on the inside here. Martial on the ball. Chalabar's going to try and step in. Forces it back initially, but now Rashford. We've got to be careful because he will just ping a shot there. Ramsdale with a good save. I'd say so far we've not had a touch. Like literally we have not really had possession of the ball yet. It's been all United. So it's good that Ramsdale pulled up with an early save. Can he grab that one? Thank you, Aaron, mate. Top lad. Playing it around here. Fernandez with Martial ahead of him. Can Dickey get in the way of the shot? Dickey blocks the first one. Can't block the second one. And that is going to be 1-0. And again, as I said, we have not touched the ball. We have not had possession. It has all been Man United. We literally have offered nothing. So it's not really much of a surprise that we've gone 1-0 down. But it's just a shame that we weren't able to just defend these initial chances a little bit better. Martial popping up with a nice early goal. You can see here, obviously, read that run quite nicely. Got the step in there from Dickey, but just left that far post open. And that's what's going to happen. Martial with his 9th goal this season. And it's 1-0 to Man United. United attacking down this left-hand side of theirs right now. Ludwig having to be careful at right back to try and see them out a little bit, but we just got to be careful not to let these kind of passes through exactly like that, exactly what I was talking about. Thankfully, Hammerline equal to Fernandez's pass forward, but we've got to be careful to not let passes like that through. And here we go, Pepeas on the counter. I thought it was just onside. I won't lie to you. I thought he was just onside when I played that. If I played it just a fraction of a second earlier. Okay, so they've measured Pepeas' hand as to what was offside there. His hand. Okay. United through again here. Corona on the ball. Oh, it's a simple pass in. And instead of potentially getting a chance to be 1-1 with the offside call, which I'm really a little bit sceptical about, we go 2-0 down. Okay. It has been a tough game. It has been tough, but it's quite frustrating when that's given and it measures off his hand. Like, if it had measured off of Pepeas' knee and I think it was Shaw's hip or whatever, then he might be onside, or at least it's a lot closer than where they've drawn the lines, because they've used his hand. You can't score with your hand, so you can't measure an offside from that. But regardless, sweaty goal. Corona taps it into Martial, who taps it into basically an open net, and it is 2-0. All the work to do so far. Ball here, lovely stuff. Ellis Todd, this could be a good chance to try and get one back, but he's got to try and get this past De Gea. And he does, finds that top corner right in that top corner. Top bin stuff, lovely, lovely finish. And we needed that. We needed a goal before half-time. It was a counter-attack. It was a lovely through ball from Ludwig, but it has found Ellis Todd, and he's literally powered it into that top corner. It couldn't be any nearer that top corner. Any higher up, it's over or it hits the bar. Really was a lovely finish. So very, very happy. That wasn't Ellis, mate. Again, this season, he is starting to pick up the numbers that we are expecting, that we are wanting to see from Ellis Todd, and it's good to see that now. 5 goals this season already. 39 minutes on the clock. Will we get any clubs before half-time? I don't know, but we can't concede, and a second would be fantastic. It really would be a great position to get in just before half-time after being 2-0 down. Let's be honest here. And hold on, we're attacking quite nicely here. Chalobah, inside, Lyndon Dykes. Dykesy, go on, boys. There we go, 2-0 straight away. First goal, second goal, and we are immediately back in it. Lovely stuff. Nice a bit of play, and it's the first time we're really getting the space. We're really finding the space in and around, well, just at all, because obviously, as I said, we haven't really had the ball up until these couple of chances. But that is a lovely finish, and that there is 2 blooming all. 18 goals in the season already so far for Linden, and it was just before half-time. And as I said, goals like that can't come at a better time. We're going to go into half-time, and, you know, United are going in having lost a 2-0 lead. We've gone in having turned one around. So it's really good to see. It's really, really good to see United. Maybe one last attack here. Rashford going to run inside here. Going to stop Rashford really bringing this in here. Played it back, ref. Thank you. Finally, they actually blow the whistle when the ball's gone backwards from the AI. But, mate, we had to be careful there. That was a tricky moment. And thankfully, we did see it out. We did see it to half-time with the scores level pegging. And it's been a tricky one. As I said, up until our first goal, we've really offered nothing. And I mean that with every sense and every meaning of the word. We offered, literally, as you can see, we've had 2 shots. The first one technically didn't count as on target. And up until that, we probably had about 20% possession. We really did not have the ball. So it's good to see that we have, you know, powered through and managed to get the scores level pegging again. We are probably going to just keep the team relatively similar. We've got a cup game not too long from now, and in that cup game we will rotate a relatively large amount. So we're probably going to keep the team relatively samey up until that point. Maybe rest the odd player here and there, but obviously during the cup game we'll be able to go with wholesale changes against a slightly weaker side in Huddersfield. Obviously United are a little bit better than Huddersfield, no disrespect to Huddersfield, but for now we're going to power on. We've got to see if the next goal can be ours. If we can at any point in this game take the lead, that's huge, because then we have something to hold on to. But so far all we've been doing is working and fighting against things, you know, scorelines and possession and everything. So let's see if we can maybe get ourselves into the ascendancy here. And this is a decent little start. Lyndon Dykes not quite playing it through to Amos, but decent start. We've got to, again, careful on possession and make the most of our chances. Amos on the ball here, going to play it to Dykes. Lyndon, lovely stuff, going to lay it off here. Pepe Ars, can he get through one-on-one? He can. Pepe Ars with the strike. He's hit it just wide. That was our chance to get the lead. That was our chance to go 3-2 up, and Pepe Ars has hit it wide. I forget so often if he's left or right footed, and he smashed that one wide, and that really was a good chance. United working this ball forward quite nicely. I've had to pull Webster out here as Hammerleinen was out of position, and now Wan-Bissaka bursting forward. Wan-Bissaka on that overlap. Ramsdale with a huge save, but I've not got rid of that very well. Ludwig helps get rid of it, and my word, we nearly made all of our own troubles there. That was poor clearance from me. It really wasn't very, very good, and it really wasn't what we needed after working so hard to get back into the game. Would have been just to gift a goal to United, but now maybe a chance here to counter. Ellis Todd inside to Lyndon. Lyndon now, look at that overlap. Pepe Ars this time on his left foot, this time in the back of the net, and there we go, 3-2. We have fully turn this one around now, and Pepe Ars having a whale of a time doing whatever he's doing there, but that is fantastic stuff, I have to say. Lyndon this time turning into the provider. Lovely hold-up play. You can see they just committed so many players to Lyndon, and all I had to do was work it onto Pepe Ars' left foot, as that is his better foot, and then finesse it into that far corner. 2 times De Gea has been beat his close post. He's not going to be very happy about it. And we're going to take this time just to shore up at the back a little bit. We are just going to be a little bit cautious, a little bit careful. We're going to bring on Lam at left back. We're going to take off Chalabar and we're going to bring on Agu. And I think for now that will be it. Although actually, you know what? After his goal, we're going to bring on Ilias and play him at cam. Just rest us a little bit. But Ilias will probably start the game against Huddersfield anyway. But again, 3 changes. Just get some fresh legs onto the pitch. Obviously, Ilias working his way forward. Just some fresh legs to burst forward. Also a little bit quicker than us. And obviously, Lam and Agu both coming on to shore up the defence just a little bit. So let's go for it, boys. See it out. 20 minutes. It's going to be a long old 20 minutes, but we're going to do our best. Come on, boys. Let's go for it. Right. Bringing this ball forward. Plays it into Lyndon. Lyndon Dykes through one-on-one. He's just going to power it close post. Yet again, De Gea beaten at that close post. And there we have Lyndon Dykes with a brace. And that should see us through in this. This has been a hell of a counter-attacking story and a hell of a smash and grab. But I have to say, I'm really happy with the performance in the end. Obviously, we started off slowly, sloppy goals to concede. The second one was frustrating, but the main thing is we've seen it through. We powered through it. 4-2 up. Now we just hold on to this. We defend, and we hold on to what we got. Not long left on the clock now. Oh, we just lose that as I was trying to build up an attack there. But hopefully, the ref should blow his whistle pretty soon. They're in their half. They're looking backwards, referee. Mate, they are so biased, these referees. They gave them a whole nother minute when they really would not do that. I know it's a minimum of added time, but they never give any extra time if you're the team in the attack. It is crazy. But regardless, we see that one out. We had to do it the hard way. Going 2-0 down and then scoring 4 goals back to back was very, very important. And a huge, huge result, honestly. That really does help us a lot with keeping up with the teams above us, keeping up with that top 4. I think it puts us 3 points behind them now. I think that puts us on... Is it 40? No, I don't know how many points. We might be on 45, actually. I'm not too sure how many points we're on. But that does put us in a very good position to start catching up to them. Well done, boys. Huge result. Okay, very, very important, very, very impressive result in the end. And what we're going to do is very quickly just see, again, how many points that was us away from them and how close we are to catching up to them. So that puts us on 44, they're on 47, so we're 3 points behind. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Again, 3 points behind the teams above us. City, I think, must have got a draw. And I think Liverpool got a win. I'm not too sure because I think Liverpool were just behind City. Spurs still being absolutely ridiculous at the top of the table. But again, keeps ahead of Chelsea. Arsenal dropping points, so that means that we stay further ahead of them. Palace still in 8th. Fair play to Palace. But yeah, good results. And now we have a cup game. I'm going to get there. But before the cup game, we will be making a signing. Okay, just a couple of things to let you guys know. Ramkild did sign a agreement with Hartberg and has left for them, so best of luck, Ramkild. And Gubbins has also left and is joining IK Sirius, is how I'm going to say that. So just so you guys are aware, those are 2 things that have happened. 2 players that have left that I said I wanted to get rid of, and they have now gone. So very happy with that. Let's crack on. Okay, so the player we're going to be signing as our veteran keeper, as I said in the previous episode, is going to be Kasper Schmeichel. So he's a veteran player that will help us finish our veteran objective, which the board do keep bugging me about. So we are going to pick up Schmeichel. I'm going to try and pick him up for 4 or less if possible. I'm going to go in with an initial offer of 3.5 and see what they say to that. And just see what they're considering a reasonable or sensible offer for Schmeichel. And I'd like to sign him with enough time to then put him into the game against Huddersfield. They want 5.1 plus a 5%. I mean, you can have the 5% because honestly, my plan was to either let him just leave at the end of this season anyway, or to let him retire at the club. I had no intention of selling him, so you can have a sell-on fee, mate, because I don't intend on selling Schmeichel. They want 5.1. I'm really surprised they want that much of a fee. I really did not expect them to ask for quite that much. I'll offer 4.2. See if they're willing to accept it. 4.45. You know what? We'll accept that. We'll take 4.45. They've taken a big old chunk off of what they were asking for. He's going to be on about 40, 50 grand a week. So, you know what? We'll go for it. He'll be a rotation player. If he asks for crucial, then he's just going to sit there and get annoyed. But regardless, 4.45. I'm happy with that. Let's go and try and sort that contract out. I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, I've offered 40 grand. I've offered him a 200 grand sign-on bonus. He asked for crucial. I offered him important. They accepted 40 grand. He probably would have accepted just a little bit less, but I was going to go with 35, and I kind of chickened out a little bit, I won't lie to you. So 40 grand. Kasper Schmeichel has joined QPR. I would say he probably is, I would assume, for Leicester fans, a Leicester legend. I really would assume that is probably the case. But again, he wasn't playing consistent first-team football at Leicester, and he's a veteran player, so he should help us complete that objective, which is great. And it did. Let's go. Nailed it, boys. Nailed it. Well, I don't think we're going to make any more signings for now, but we are going to get our team ready for the cup game against Huddersfield. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the squad ready, and we will be simming this one, don't forget. So we will be watching the simulation of this game. I'll sort the team. I'll be 1 sec. Okay, so the team is ready. You can see everyone still in relatively decent form, apart from Dominic Ball, because apparently we don't get on, I think is what happened there. But Schmeichel's a little bit tired, but regardless, he's going to start this game. It's a keeper, so I'm hoping his stamina won't be too massively affecting it. But we are going to sim it. We'll watch it as it goes. And I'm just hopeful that we can just see this one out relatively comfortably. If I feel like I need to jump in, then I will do. But the first half, regardless of what goes on, we will be simming the first half. So we are the circles and Huddersfield are the squares. And let's just get into it. Let's see how the boys do. I'm optimistic that we can still, even with a rotated side, play well enough. We've got decent ratings, and we're, again, pretty much everyone apart from Dom is in form. So I'm pretty confident that we will be able to just power through this one, even with the rotations. That's a lovely ball there. It goes out to Elyounoussi. Gets it back from Ilias. Going to have to go all the way backwards now. Come on, boys. Play it inside. There we go. Elyounoussi takes it past the man. Takes a shot, but it does come off the defender. And Etheridge is going to save that one comfortably. I think this is just, hopefully, just a relatively straightforward way to see how good our second squad is, even against, again, a rotated squad, not our, against a slightly weaker squad, not against the Prem team, but against still a relatively decent side. Like, there are still plenty of players at Huddersfield that could deal us damage. We've just got to wait and see, hopefully, about playing it through there. Oh, I was going to say, hopefully, seeing if we can power through this one and breeze through to the next round of the cup. Is that the word I'm looking for? We're going to breeze through? I'm not too sure about that one, but we need to probably try and stay in so that I don't get Schmeichel too upset, because I've offered him crucial. Good save there. Good effort from Elyounoussi, and he's going to take the resulting corner as well, and it's saved by the keeper again. But obviously, he demanded crucial. I offered important, even though I wanted to give rotation, but he wanted crucial, so I kind of had to take that. There was nothing I could do about it, so we just had to let Schmeichel have a crucial role and go from there. Hold on a second. Huddersfield with their first attack of the game, and we get rid of it. Maybe a chance to counter. We'll see as that one unfolds. Obafemi plays it back to Elyounoussi, into Ilias, all the way across. Ilias, not quite. Good save again from Etheridge. But yes, sir, as I was saying, obviously, we need to try and stay in the cup now to make sure that Schmeichel gets some game time. And Schmeichel probably will be our keeper potentially for the Europa League games now that he's in for that as well. So we'll see. Oh, it's off the bar. Doesn't quite make his way in. Man, we have been by far the better side in this first half, just by looking at these sort of little bits as they break down. But we haven't managed to break the deadlock yet. Who's playing poorly? Elliot's not having a great game. We'll stick with it as it is for now. Obafemi having a pretty good game. Ilias obviously playing pretty well as well. We'll stick with it for now. As and when we get to like the 55th, I will be ready to make some changes, because I don't think the ball went actually off the pitch many times. I think there was the corner. That's the only time I can think of the ball actually going off the pitch. So we could be a bit of a troublesome one if we don't really get to make our substitutes as we try to. But they're knocking it around quite nicely. Just before they make this attack, I think we're going to cue a pause. We are going to make our changes now. We're going to bring on Ellis Todd. He's going to play as a right mid. Do I bring on Linden? No, we'll give Obafemi this game. I trust in Obafemi. I reckon he can do the job. I reckon he can do the business. So we'll stick with what we've got. And I don't want to take off Ilias, because Ilias is playing very, very well indeed. So we'll keep him as he is. We've got to just try and weather this little bit of possession that Huddersfield have got. I'm not going to say weather the storm, because I wouldn't necessarily call it a storm. But just got to make sure that we don't concede sloppily after being dominant for like 45 minutes. But we're losing the ball a little bit here. Again, I've tried to make this change, but I think we're going to be waiting a little while until the ball goes off the pitch. A lovely bit of play there, though. Elyounoussi up to Ilias. Ilias turns and finds Elyounoussi again. Back inside. Go on, Ilias. Look in the middle. Going to have to go backwards again. Up to Obafemi. Don't know what he did, but he lost it. Yeah, it's been a tricky one. It's been a hard one, because we've not really broken them down perfectly, but we've made a couple of decent efforts. We've had 3 chances, 3 shots as well. They haven't had any, but this could potentially be their first. Schmeichel, again, completely untested so far in a QPR shirt. It does go out for a goal kick, so we do make our change. Ellis Todd is going to make his way on for Harvey Elliott, who really just didn't impress, I think, more than anything else. I just don't think he really did very much. But here we go. Ellis Todd, first time on the ball, and he does lose it. So maybe it's just right mids today, not our favourite position. But I'm still optimistic that we can maybe try and power through this. If I can sort of resist having to jump in, that would be fantastic. If the boys can do it themselves, that would be class. Because it just helps us again. Obviously, these episodes take a long time to film when it's, you know, double the amount of games. Lovely ball in there. Good defence, though. They're going to get rid of it again. Only a couple of minutes left on the clock here, boys. Come on. Let's not waste it. Let's not mess about. I'd like us to try and power through before extra time, but I also don't want us to concede and then bail out the competition. That would be even worse. Good tackle there. Ozzy brings it away, and it is going to be extra time, or does it go straight to penalties? I can't remember. I actually don't remember. Oh no, it's a replay. It's full time. Sick. Well, that happened, so okay, I'll get everything ready and we'll power on to our next game, which is again a very important game. It's against Chelsea. Got to win it. Okay, today it's revenge. It's time to try and win back a little bit of pride, obviously, with what happened against Chelsea last time in... Was it actually... It might have been the last episode, but regardless, we've got to come back today. We've got to make up for what happened. We've got to make up for the loss that we got, and we've got to win this one. This is important. If we lose them again and then let them overtake us again, I will feel very stupid. Now, away from home, this just wasn't our fixture, but hopefully at the Kind Prince, we can take this game to Chelsea and we can pick up what would be a very important and a crucial 3 points. So that's what we're going to do. It's as simple as that. We have got to come out today, play better than we did initially against United and better than we did against Chelsea, full stop. So let's go for it. Honestly, 3 points, as I say with pretty much every game, is what we need. And it's going to be a crucial one. Let's go for it. Webster brings it forward, plays it into Amos. Amos down to Chalobah. Look at Linden. Linden, make that run, mate. It is just inside and then behind there. Going to play it out to Ellis Todd. Ellis, where are you going with this, mate? It's going to go inside, back to Linden. Linden sets away Pepe Arce. Not quite. Zappacosta's going to step in. I probably should have done better there. We're trying to contest against Kepa, but we're looking decent. We're looking okay. We're on the attack. We just got to make more of the actual attacks themselves. Bright side Samuel up against Zappacosta. There's only going to be one winner there, and that is going to be our man Bright. Go on, Bright. Just run this inside. Again, you're going to get there way before Zappacosta. We'll put it into the area. Put it into the air. It's a good effort, but it's a good clearance. Bright's just going to zip past Zappacosta there. Again, as I said, there's only one winner in that race between Bright and Zappacosta, and it has led to a corner here. Bright side Samuel. Good lad, mate. We're going to whip this one in there. Linden, up you get. He scored a header in the last episode and just heads it wide in this one. That would have been fantastic. What a lead that would have been for us. But Dykes gets up highest and just heads it wide. That would have been a fantastic, not just goal, but a fantastic time to have scored one just before half-time. Well, half-time, and I have to say, I've been pretty impressed. We've looked pretty solid. We haven't given them many chances. We've kept them very, very quiet indeed. And we've been the better side. There is no two ways about it. We have definitely been the better of the two teams. And I have to say, as I just said, I'm very impressed. Also worth noting, Leicester are beating Spurs currently as it stands. United dropping points to Leeds. City and Liverpool both picking up points. But again, United dropping points and Spurs dropping points to the top of the table. All very, very interesting stuff indeed. Second half, I think we're just going to go for more of the same. I don't think we need to make changes right now. Ellis Todd and Bright both playing very, very well. That pace difference that Bright has over Zappacosta is proving to be very, very important. And hopefully it continues to be so in the second half, because I think that's our way in. Let's go for it, boys. We've got to try and get this now. Come on. Oh, that's a good play there from Kante up to Werner. They're going to play it inside. Well done, Webster. That is a fantastic tackle there from the centre-back. Oh, Chalobah, sorry, was just going to play it through to Ellis Todd. And they've got another attack here potentially. But Webster with that initial tackle, that was huge. That was a very, very important time to step into it, as was that there from Chalobah. And again, we're going to try and bring this away. And again, that pace difference of Bright Asar Samuel up against Zappacosta is going to prove to be a huge part of this game. And he's going to play that ball across the box into Ellis Todd. Ellis Todd 2 for 2 for the man today in today's episode. That is a fantastic, fantastic goal. Bright Asaya Samuel with that pace to just zip it down that line. Lyndon Dykes, lovely stuff. Chalabar and Webster with 2 very important tackles at the other end. Lovely ball, though, from Bright all the way across. And Ellis Todd just going to smash it the other way to the diving Kepa. And that is a fantastic goal. Lovely stuff. 6 goals in the league so far for Ellis Todd. Kepa, no chance really of stopping that one. And with that, we are actually going to take off Bright Asaya Samuel. We're going to bring on Harvey Elliott at left wing. Just again, fresh legs. Bright has been running left, right and centre. He's been at the source of everything today. So I'm just going to rest him a little bit because obviously we have a very tough game up next. So having a fully fit Bright Asaya Samuel is going to be huge for us. So hopefully we can just see this game out now. Obviously not ages on the clock, but plenty of time. So half an hour, which is more than enough time. But we've got to, again, got to be careful, got to be patient. We've got to get the ball. Muller running through here. Amos going to try and stand him up. Amos does fantastically well, but it drops to Werner. They're going to get this inside now. I can't get Dickey round him. Holy hell, that was a stressful moment there because I could not get Rob Dickey round the man. But he has won it back. Muller again on the ball there. Going to play it into Gnabry. Ramsdale going to come out to it. Don't let it go in. Darnell Fisher, you beautiful, beautiful man. Holy hell. That was, again, weird sloppy defending. It doesn't matter in the end because Werner has found the back of the net. But, mate, I was getting flashbacks of just no defenders reacting to a loose ball like happened in the other Chelsea game. But it doesn't matter in the end. Sadly, it's still wound up in the back of the net despite the good work of a few individuals. Ramsdale unlucky with the second shot there. He did well with the first one, but you can see, look at the space there. Just way too much space, and Werner in that position is not going to miss the target. He's not going to miss the goal. The weirdest leg movement, but it happens in FIFA. It's one of them things. I ain't going to complain about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple of changes. I'm going to go to a 4-1-2-1-2 wide. And we are... Actually, no, we're not. You know what? No, we're not. I've made this mistake a couple of times. We're going to go to a 4-5-1. This was suggested to us. And ever since it had been, I'm happy that we have gone with it because it does seem to work out for us a little bit. But we move him to a CDM. Pepe Ars is going to stay on. And Obafemi is going to come on as a cam. So we have Elliott, who's going to play right wing. Ellis Todd on the left. Pepe Ars and Obafemi at cams with Lyndon up front. And we're also going to bring on Lamb because that's what we do in it. Lamb just plays odd moments in games. So I'm going to start the tactics. I didn't start tactics, and then we'll be back into it. And we're going to try and again make sure we get ourselves back into this now. Chance here to break forward. You can see the left back is completely nowhere to be seen, and Harvey Elliott going to burst inside now. Can he set away Lyndon Dykes? I think he can. Lyndon can't quite get there ahead of Kepa, who sort of chests it away as he slides on the floor to try and intercept it. That really wasn't the best chance for us. Well, it was a good chance for us, but it wasn't sort of used in the best way. But again, we're going to try and break forward now into Obafemi. Obafemi can't quite set it through to Lyndon and isn't going to react quickly enough to get that. It's been a scrappy few minutes, but again, we've been in the ascendancy. We've been the better side, but they've worked off the counter. They've kind of done what we did against United, and it's kind of worked for them, which is quite annoying. But Gnabry up against Lamb. Lamb initially winning it, but he's going to need help here from Webster. Webster going to try and stay out there and help him a little bit. Zappacosta looking back, finding the pass backwards. We're going to put ourselves onto high pressure and really just try and win this ball relatively quickly if we can, but we've got to be careful not to let or open up lines through the defence. Good tackle from Webster. This is our last chance. Pepe Ars into Ellis Todd. Lyndon Dykes back to Ellis Todd. Ellis Todd isn't quite going to keep it, and the last chance of the game is going to go to Chelsea because the AI will get extra time. The AI will get loads more time, but us on the attack, of course, it's full time. 1-1. It's annoying. At least we didn't drop 3 points to Chelsea. That would have been terrible, but we did manage to get a point from it. But when we're in the lead, it's frustrating to not hold on to it. Really nice goal, really nice bit of play, and just a bit of a stinker one from us. Again, not quite as bad as the previous game with how the goal happened, but you can't let someone like Werner get that space because he will find the back of the net in FIFA. So it is what it is. It's 1-1. It's not our best game, but we could have done worse. Okay, so I didn't realise our replay would be quite as quick as that, but our next game is now going to be Huddersfield. That is our next match that we have to prepare for. So what we're going to do, we're going to just very quickly see what happened in that game. We're still 5 points behind United, so I think they got a win because I think we were only 2 points 3 points behind them, I think. I'm a bit confused, but the main thing is we are still behind them. It is as simple as that. Spurs managed to clutch up and get themselves a draw. Liverpool only 2 points behind them now, so that's quite an interesting development near that top part of the table. Obviously, Chelsea not catching up to us. Arsenal with another loss. They're still on 36 points. That's 2 losses at least in a row for Arsenal. And looking at the bottom of the table for those who are interested, Watford, Leeds United and Sheffield United all down there. But still plenty of teams in the mix. Southampton, Wolves, Bournemouth and Brighton should probably be looking over their shoulders a little bit, because just one slipping up from them and other teams doing well around them, they can see themselves dropping right down in the mix of things. So hopefully we will stay relatively far away from that. 45 points, I think we're already looking in a pretty good position. But yeah, we're going to get ready for this game against Huddersfield. Again, I'll rotate the squad, and again, we'll be simulating it, so we'll watch it as it goes through. Let's go. So, again, a rotated squad. Schmeichel in goal. Lamb, Carter Vickers, Dickey is going to stay in for this one. Ludwig, Elyounoussi, Agu, Tucker. Tucker, I think, with a debut, actually, potentially, in fact, but Tucker's going to play this game. Elliott on the right, Ilias at cam, and Obafemi up top. Let's go for it. Hopefully, again, we can just try and see these guys off. It's a matter of this time, though, finding the back of the net, because that's not something we did in the last game, obviously. As you guys well know, we just couldn't score. Huddersfield, again, the squares, and again, we are the circles. So I'm just optimistic that we'll just finish our chances this time around. Like, I know we're the away side this time, but I just would like to think that we can actually convert the chances that we make. Last time, we just weren't clinical enough. We didn't test Etheridge too many times, but enough times that we probably should have made better of the chances that we had. But again, hopefully Elyounoussi can have a decent game, because in these simmed games, Elyounoussi really does seem to play pretty darn well. But Huddersfield here on the attack. Hold on a second. They're going to work it forward. Good effort, but Schmeichel, the experienced man himself, Bakuna, you're going to do more than that to get past our man Kasper in net. But here we go. Good interception there from Agu. Nice bit of play. Ilias across. Lovely stuff. Going to get it all the way back here to Agu. Out to Elyounoussi. Elyounoussi with a very interesting switch, but one that was actually pretty good in the end. Ilias Chair, lovely turn. Obafemi gets tackled there. Sarr going to step in and take it off of him. 20 minutes gone, and again, one chance of the game so far, and it has gone Huddersfield's way, but that's a nice bit of play there. Going to go back inside. Ilias. Oh, mate, he was clean through for a second, and then he turned round, and Obafemi again being beaten by Sarr. Elyounoussi not really getting as involved in this game. It's very noticeable that the ball is staying a lot more central, and it's Ilias and Obafemi rather than Elyounoussi and Ilias. So we'll have to see if we can try in the second half and get them a little bit more involved. Good play in the middle there. Good interception from Carter Vickers to knock that one over for a corner. That, again, Huddersfield, definitely the team in the ascendancy right now, although that was terrible what he just did there. Just got to be careful. We do just have to be careful, because so far we have not been the better side. We have been on the back foot here. They have been the better of the two teams. And again, we're seeing ourselves into trouble here. Lamb going to run into trouble. That wasn't Lamb, sorry. That was Elyounoussi. Lamb is 17, not 19, Tom. Hold on a second. Good tackle again from Carter Vickers. He, again, has been asking to play more, but he's our third choice centre-back. He's not our first choice centre-back. He doesn't get the starts outside of cups. That's a lovely switch, by the way, although actually it was far too much on it. But that is going to be half-time. We've had not much possession. We've had no chances. We've not done anything. Let's be honest, we have offered next to nothing. So that's not ideal for us. I would like to bring on Bright-Side Samuel, but I'd like to have him ready for the Spurs game, which is not a million miles away. So we're going to have to carry on for now. We're going to have to power on. But Bright probably will make his way onto the pitch at some point, because I think it's going to be quite important that he does come on and get us hopefully back into this. And what we'll probably do as well is take off Elyounoussi, move Ilias to the left, bring on Linden, play Linden at striker and Obafemi at cam. As soon as this goal kick is taken, that is what we're actually going to do. So we're going to bring on Bright. Ilias is going to go to the left, Obafemi to cam, and then Dykes up front. I know it's a few players that I would like to rest, but I'd like to try and see us through this cup competition relatively well. I think that will help us out quite a bit with, again, keeping people like Schmeichel happy, bearing in mind he's asked for crucial. He's not going to get it. I'm not just going to drop Ramsdale, because he has been nothing short of fantastic for us in this series. So he's not just going to drop out just because I've signed somebody else. I would like to give Ramsdale that #1 shirt for the rest of this series, basically. But yeah, hopefully those changes will make a difference. Here we go. Hold on a second. Obafemi, our first real chance, but Etheridge equal to it with a very nice save. But we have made our changes now. Good effort, but it is another save from Etheridge. I just want to make sure that whatever it is we're doing, whatever it is we're offering going forward, we are trying to score these chances, because if we're not in possession of the ball, if we're not keeping the ball very well, like that, Dyke's losing out there, we need to make sure that our chances are ones that do find the back of the net or test the keeper or give us a chance of actually taking the lead, because too many times we don't do that. We don't do that often enough. So hopefully in this simmed game, we'll just see that a little bit more consistently and we'll power through a little bit. Obafemi playing a nice little pass there. Mate, I have to say, this Tucker, is he number 23? He seems pretty confident on the ball. He doesn't seem that bad at all. But that's a free kick inside the box, by the way. So a free kick well and truly inside the penalty box. But regardless, Ilias Chair steps over it and it is going to hit the wall. Let's make our final change. We're going to take off Agu. We're going to bring on Dom Ball. Just fitness and again rotation, because Agu might end up needing to make some time into the Spurs game if we get tired legs between... I'm losing my brain. Hold on a second. Good save again between Amos and Chalobah. Sorry, I had a complete brain fart for a second there. I don't remember if this goes to extra time. I would assume it would go to extra time and then penalties, but I don't remember off the top of my head. We will find out. Obviously, providing there isn't a goal at the late. I really should have shut my mouth there, shouldn't I? I really shouldn't have said anything. We are going to jump in. There's a minute left. We might as well. We might as well jump in and see if we can salvage it. I don't think we will. We haven't got much time. But let's jump in and see. We've got 2 minutes added on time. So we've basically got this attack. And Ilias Chair is going to burst down the swing. Lyndon's going to make a run into the middle. Ilias. Lovely turn. Not a lovely turn at all, Tom. That's going to be full time. Ref's just going to blow his whistle shortly. Okay. We bail out the cup. It is as simple as that. FA Cup. It's gone a little bit wrong. We kind of needed that for our rotation players. But if the rotation players don't play up to scratch, then that's what's going to happen. We go out 1-0. That's an absolute stinker. I'm glad about that. At least it wasn't me that lost it, right? At least it wasn't me that lost it. Regardless, we're at the cup. Well, sadly, as I said, we do find ourselves bailing out of the FA Cup. But a good performance, I have to say, from a young Tucker. I think, is it Jason Tucker? I'm not too sure, but I'm very happy to see that he got himself, A, some good game time, and B, he was one of the better performers in that game. So that's very good to see. Hopefully that might mean he maybe finds himself a chance out on loan somewhere. But we have played 4 games. This has been over an hour of recording, so I'm going to have to end today's episode there. The next game will start off playing against league leaders, top of the table Spurs. But it'd be helpful from you guys if you could let us know any ideas of signings you think we could and or should possibly make in this transfer window. It's the January of 2023. If there are any players coming out of contract that you think we could potentially look at, then let me know. We will make a maximum of 1 signing on a pre-contract. But for now, guys, I want to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, then please do leave a like on the video. It supports me, the video, the channel, and the series out a whole bunch. If you are new to the channel, then please do hit that sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video or indeed go live with a live stream. Don't forget we stream on Twitch as well, Hursty Games YT over there. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands, guys. In a bit.
His name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.